Alright, hello everyone and welcome to twitch.tv/hobbyboxburns. I am Joe Burns, Hobbyboxburns, and we are here for more Final Fantasy XIV, getting prepped for good old Endwalker, which is, by a very quick accounting, I think 20 days away. I think it could be terrible math. So yeah, today we'll probably do the second leg of the Nier Alliance raid, just to kind of keep things churning on that front. And then I think we'll probably start the Eden raid series and maybe do a couple of legs of that as well. And then we'll kind of see where that leaves us at that point. We'll maybe do a couple other random things here or there. Progress I've made since the last stream, I suppose we could look at that, as I was just hanging out on my armoire here. So I did level Bard a level and a half, and then have started the level 60 class quest for that. And I also leveled Dark Knight a little bit. And with Bard and Dark Knight, was working on getting my memories for my relics. And so was able to move the Tailkeeper, which is the Red Mage weapon, onto the next level, which is the Will to Resist. So have to do Duty Roulette leveling, which I've done today and yesterday. And then a level 60 dungeon, or level 60 dungeons in order to unlock that. The step I had before that was collecting memories from, like, the Heavensward Fates. So I finished that out I think it was mostly Tuesday night after we streamed. Thursday night after we streamed. That's when we last streamed. And so, yeah, so working on that, as well as starting to collect some of them that we can get to fairly easily for our next step for the... I don't remember what the name of it is, but the Lancer's weapon. So working on collecting memories for that. Those are in Fates in Girabanya or the Far East. So mostly been working on that now that I have Bard to 60. Been working on doing some of those. Some of those are a little bit trickier solo, as you get some pretty big mobs of folks. And so I think part of it that makes... obviously, any of this is made a lot easier if you stumble onto groups that are wandering through and rolling through the different items. And it'll probably also be easier to go through, like, now that I have Bard to 60, and once I get Dark Knight to 60... roll through some of the Mahawk Alliance raids in order to do that. But first things first, I have an entirely full inventory and need to do something about that. And so one thing that I was doing first here was I was trying to clear out some space in my armory chest here. And so for the most part, pants are a little rough yet. Boots are real rough. Earrings, all this stuff until we get to rings are tricky. And so, let's see. I mean, it's not a good-looking ring. Oh, let's be decent here. I can't even find that ring. So it must not be a good-looking ring. if I can't even see it on me. I can't even see the other one. Maybe it's not working for some reason. Alright, so in order to desynth that, I gotta make a little bit more room. We're all full here. So the question is there something that I can jettison that's not worth much that I have in here? Random gatherer's guile materia in there. I meant to do this prior to jumping on, but then I got into a leveling roulette. So I don't think these seeds are going to be worth doing anything with. So let's actually go in and let's sell some of those. We'll have Paulina sell those. Oh, wait, yep. I was doing the right thing. I just needed to... Oh, I can't go to my saddlebags from here? That's gonna make things painful. I think we'll have to do... Oh, we're not gonna do that either. Shoot. It's like everything's like so tight that I need to get rid of one thing in order to start moving stuff into there. Alright, let's sell some of these dissolvents that I randomly made and bought to make a couple of things. I did make some new gear for the Dark Knight. So let's have you sell that. Alright. 22... Whoops. 280. And sell this. 47.50, nice. 47.50. Let's see. Anything else we think we can sell to make some cash? We're also going to go to the Doman Enclave at a point here, and so I'll get rid of these silver pieces. Chimera Mane. How much does that sell for? 500. We'll get rid of it. Crawler Cocoon. 2,000. Made it to level 9. Gotta admit, not having fun, but still want to play for some reason. Nice. Well, that's good that you're going with it. The beginning, it takes a little bit to get into it. It's a lot of just like very basic stuff, since it's like tutorializing some things, and getting you slowly into the gameplay loop. You know what? I highly doubt this will sell for anything. Whoa, seriously? Okay, we'll sell these for 420. 420, man. Okay, those don't sell for anything. I'm not actively fishing at the moment, so we might as well sell some of this stuff. We'll go for 100 on this. We won't sell our actual tackle. I think some of those things you can buy relatively cheap, too. Hey, Titans of Saturn. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Can't even get on a server. It keeps saying they are full. Sure, it's just user error, though. So there should be some... Which servers are you looking at specifically, Titan? Lots of quests have just been running back and forth through town. Yeah. Trying to get you acclimated. Like, once you start going to the other cities, it really kind of opens up. And you started in, if you're Thaumaturge, you started in Ul'dah, right, Jim? Yeah, because I think Primal Data Center should have openings, Titan. Unless, I guess, I heard that the European servers are pretty congested. So if you're in Europe, that might be why. Because I don't think they... So I think what happened is that they expanded, like, the Ether data center here. None in particular, just trying to get past character creation. Yeah, I'd recommend... there should be recommended ones on either Primal Data Center or Crystal Data Center if you're in the US. I'm not 100% sure otherwise from a Europe perspective. That's where you mark to... Yeah, Monk would start in Ul'dah also, Jim. Yeah, we'll sell this for 100. Okay, that gives us a good amount more breathing room to take care of a few of these other things that we want to get sold. Okay. And really, like this honeyworm, we can sell that. What was the other thing in here that I was planning on trying to sell? When you can get back online, you'll check it out. Yeah, no problem. So you're just looking to get into it? Have you played a lot of other MMOs, Titan? Warped bow. I guess I kind of leveled past where that would be useful, but I guess I can still make that. Oh, these were what I was going to sell. Because I don't think I can really do much with them at the moment, so we'll see if they sell for much. Even if they don't sell for much, we'll just sell them. No, but you really like Final Fantasy, so you thought you'd try? Nice, yeah. What Final Fantasies are your favorites? I know it's always hard to try to get people to say what their favorite is. And so, yeah, I'm curious. I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan also. I've played MMOs in the past, but I would say I'm much more primarily a Final Fantasy fan than an MMO fan also. Sell items in your inventory. Let's actually spread the selling wealth here a little bit. Let's give some to Raw Bun here. 9, 8 a second. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was going to ask you the same thing. What race or class are you thinking of making, Titan? Or I guess you probably already have it made and saved. You're just trying to get it on a server. Sell items on your inventory, on the market. 49. We can do that. Although we're only selling one. So one thing I like to do... Oh, we can't go too high. We'll just go 51. Want to be a healer cleric-like character? White mage? Nice. White mage is a lot of fun. I have a white mage to like level 56. I really enjoy it. The only reason I don't play it... so Jim started as a monk long time ago, and then he just restarted the game, created a new character to do the free trial, and he's playing Black Mage. He's a thaumaturge right now, because that's the class you start as until you can actually get the job at level 30. So yeah, you'll start, if you're doing White Mage, you'll start as a conjurer. 200. That's a weird little thing there. We're gonna go 150. Makes sense there. Notice earlier you had other characters can switch between in battle like Genshin. So it's not other characters. What makes this game different than a lot of other MMOs... Okay, that one's not worth anything. Neither is that one. Okay. Have retainer sell items. Have retainer sell items. So your Black Mages are so awesome. That's one of the classes I haven't played yet. So the interesting thing about this MMO... let's throw them up here at 5 gil and see if we can make something off of them. Or actually, let's get those back. Yeah, sells for 1 gil. Shop selling price. Return items to inventory. Sell items on the market. Have retainer sell items. There we go. Okay. I mean, it's the same. It's all the same, trying to milk a little bit of money out of it. Monk felt boring, so you switched to Dragoon, but your month ran and you didn't renew. That was like 10 years ago. Just restarted this week. Weapon controls your class, so you can be all classes on a single character. Yep. So if I go into here, so that's what's different between other MMOs. A lot of other MMOs, if you want to play a different class or a job, you have to create a different, you have to create an alt, right? In this, it's really whatever weapon you have equipped. So right now I have a red mage weapon, which is a rapier. And so then I'm a red mage right now. If I change over, I can be Dragoon. And then, like, you can control it so that when you switch to a class, you switch to your gear for that class. And so I have Dragoon. I have a Bard at level 61. Dark Knight at level 59. And so, yeah, so you can have all of these different classes on the same character. And then you have your crafting classes are the same way. Yeah, it's a lot to absorb. You don't have to worry about that until you get later into the game. Like, basically, I played up until level 60, so through the first full expansion even, as just a Dragoon. And then that's when I started to play as other characters. But I think the game does a really good job of slowly bringing you into the systems and what's going on. Which, for some, can maybe be a little bit slow, especially if you've played a lot of MMOs in the past. But yeah, I really enjoy the game. I've put... I'm afraid to look at this. Too much time into this game. So I have put 55 days, 20 hours, and 23 minutes into this game since I started playing it in 2017, I believe. So that's a lot of hours. That is 1,340 hours. But that's over quite a few years. Those are rookie numbers. Yes, Jim. Yeah, so right now, I'm really just trying to make room in my inventory for some things. Okay, so then what I can do now... so this is for Bard, so I'm going to switch to Bard quick. So I have these coffers that I earned when I got to level 60. No worries, you spent a lot of days on games too. So 9 is your favorite, huh? So does that mean... the follow-up question I always like to ask when people say which ones are their favorites are, did you first start playing Final Fantasy games on the PlayStation 1 then? Is that why 9 is your favorite? Was that one of your first that you played? Alright, so we're going to open this coffer. We're going to get a bunch of items. This is like the gear you get when you get to level 60 here. Okay, so let's see... Okay, so those are like big boots. And item comparison here. They are not as good as the boots I have on right now. Okay, so those are definitely going to go into glamour. Okay. Let's see if my headgear is decent. It doesn't really match what I have on. So I probably wouldn't wear that. So return to inventory. Try on. That's kind of a cool cloak. It works with the pants I have on too, I guess. Doesn't work with the hat. I'd have to wear the headband if that's what I was going to do. Jim, you still haven't beaten 8 or 9? So I technically haven't either. 9 was not for lack of trying. And I know I've told this story... I've told this story on stream before, but so Final Fantasy IX I loved. I really enjoy that game, and I was playing through it on the PlayStation, and I got to the 4th disc, and it was scratched, and I couldn't finish. So that really hosed me, big time. Okay, that's an interesting little glove set. On a console with better graphics, yes, but you first played on the NES but couldn't understand it. Well, you were too little. Got it. That's part of it too. That is definitely for sure. This, I might as well. Oh wow, is that really that much better? Oh yeah, that would be. All right, well I'm gonna equip that then. Okay, we'll equip the belt. And those are pretty similar to the pants I have on. They just don't have the texture. Return to inventory. Okay. So we're going to go to my character, and we're going to put that belt on because it's much better. All right, perfect. Okay, got our gear up. Scratch disc were dark times. That happened to you with 7? Oh, yeah. No, that's like one of the only games that had actually happened to me, and it bummed me because I was so excited to see what was going to happen. So I definitely want to, at some point, I mean, eventually I'd like to stream all of the Final Fantasies because it's my favorite series of all time. My favorite game right now in the franchise is probably Final Fantasy VI. It was the one I fell in love with as a kid on the SNES, and I just beat it last year on stream for the first time, even though I'd played through most of the game like 4 or 5 times prior to that. I just never really finished it. And so, okay, so we're going to put this all as glamour. All right, so we're good to go there. So then let's see what we can do with this other coffer. So yeah, so 6 is my favorite. After that, it's been so long since I've played 9, but I know 9 is one of my favorites. 10 also I really enjoyed. I haven't played enough of 12 to give it a judgment. I do like 7 a lot. 7 Remake is actually really good. It's a completely different game from a gameplay standpoint, but it's really good. And I really like Final Fantasy 1. I've now beaten Final Fantasy 1 3 times on 3 different systems. So I really like Final Fantasy 1. If you are interested in trying to go back and play it, the Pixel Remaster is fantastic for FF1. It's the most streamlined, best way to play that game. So we'll use the Type B storage crate here. I have a feeling that's all going to be glamour as well. Yep, we got the shiny boots. We've got the covering up my eyes mask, which would not be good for a bard unless I'm using my 2nd or possibly or 5th or 6th or possibly 7th sense in order to see things. Try on. Yep. Although I don't have the bust to really showcase it like the Nier people do. But we'll put it in the inventory. Where are the... Here we go. Type B gloves. I mean, those might actually be useful to use at some point. I highly doubt it would give us a belt for this. Because you can't see belts. And then... Oh, yeah. Look at this freaking thing. So, at least... My outfit makes it a little bit more modest. There's a little bit there, but return to inventory. You need to revisit 1 for sure. Yeah. So that's actually the most recent game that I finished on stream. I've played. So I beat 2 years ago, I think it was, maybe 3 at this point. I beat Final Fantasy 1 on the PSP version, which is also the PlayStation 1 version, basically. So I beat that on my PlayStation Vita a couple years ago. That was the first time I actually finished the game. And then this year, I decided after the Pixel Remasters came out that I wanted to go through... So I've been playing... I have like a series that I play on here called RPG Archaeology, where I go through like old games and try to look at like the development of games as it goes through. So I played through Dragon Quest 1, Dragon Quest 2. Granted, it was like the remastered versions of that, but we took a look at the older versions of those games. I played the original Megami Tensei game, Digital Devil Saga, and then I played a little bit of Phantasy Star 1. I want to go back and start and finish that at some point. But then I played Final Fantasy 1 and played through that in the NES Classic, so the original version, which is clunky as heck. And after I beat that, I was like, hey, might as well play the Pixel Remaster. So did that, and that was fantastic. We finished it in less than half the time. It's actually a really quick playthrough. with like the auto battle stuff that's added and just the streamlined. And it does make the game a bit easier with like the items that you can buy. So, you know, but I think it's worth it. It's definitely worth playing, and I think the Pixel Remaster is $8 or $11. You can play it on Steam or on mobile. Otherwise, okay, let's switch to Red Mage here. Otherwise, I have a feeling my prediction was next June that it'll come out on consoles. That was my prediction. I think like E3, that would be a thing that would be something that they would say, out today. Pixel Remasters on Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox. Possibly Game Pass. I could see that going to Game Pass, even though a lot of the Final Fantasy games have been falling off of Game Pass recently, but... Okay, so... we... need to go then to the Crystarium. Let's do the next leg of the Alliance raid. So since we just opened up our coffer of Nier gear, let's head over there. And run through that. Inventory is not nearly as much of a liability now as it was, so that's good. We'll actually get into some gameplay here. What a novel concept. That is the thing about MMOs, or like big open world games in general. Sometimes you get sidetracked with some of the other things that they have going on that you gotta go. Definitely check out Primal and Crystal servers. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for the follow, Titan. It was good to meet you. Hope you have a good weekend, and we'll catch you again sometime soon. Streaming Suikoden 2 tomorrow night. Otherwise, I believe Monday night we'll probably be back with FF14. If I can stream. That one's kind of 50-50 at the moment. Jim, you're worried about 6 Pixel Remaster being nerfed and too easy? Yeah, I mean, I have such an affinity for that game. But it's one of those things where I'm more than happy to, since I just played the SNES version of it, I'm more than happy to play the Pixel Remaster. And if I say that the definitive version is the original SNES version, you know, that's fine. I'm still looking forward to hearing the soundtrack, the remastered soundtrack, and how good that is. That's exciting to me. Alright, so we'll head into the excavation tunnels. You know, and I'm partway into 2 on the PSP, so I'm probably at some point, I'll finish the Pixel Remaster first of 2, but I do want to play the original version too, because I just like having the comparison points, you know? So, I believe it said something here that you could go in and explore. So I'm just going to go in here and see what we can actually look around at. Because it said you could, like, go to points and study them or whatever. So, yeah. So, here we have something. Unidentified Expedition 1, Log 1 archived. So, then if we go into our collection here. Portable archive. Survey of local terrain continues. Ecosystem in this area appears to have adapted to extended drought. Dry climate conditions must have been present for some time. Investigation of a murky spring did reveal aquatic life, though of an unusual sort. Interesting. Whop. Ooh, here's another one. Lore building. Survey of local terrain continues. Current location is particularly verdant, likely owing to the plethora of freshwater springs. Peculiar that 2 so markedly distinct biomes should exist in such proximity. And it's... You should watch a Free Enterprise FF4 rando sometime. They do some interesting stuff. Runs are like 1.5 hours maybe. So I know I said when I was playing FF1 that I wanted to fire up the randomizer. We might do that at some point. Maybe not right away here. But I would really like to take a look at... I'd really like to take a look at the randomizer for FF1 since I've been playing it recently. Just to get an idea. It's hard to see if there's actually anything down there. But I have a feeling we can get out still if we go this way. I should come in here as Bard so I can run more often. Or like the entire time. Oh, I can't call my mount. I figured I wouldn't be able to call my mount, but thought it was worth a shot. There's a couple more of them, I think. Nope. This probably isn't something that we're gonna do. So this is Zone 2. Okay, so that probably takes us back to the beginning, I would guess. I just wanted to give this a look around at some point. Have you messed around with it since you beat the Pixel Remaster, Jim? FF1s are good too. Fun to see areas they avoid if they can, or restarting instantly with a new team because they are no good level 1 spells. So are the spells... So the spells are randomized amongst the levels too, or... Is that how that works? There's another one. Weapon Fragment Data 1 archived. So it would be interesting if you could collect these, you can make a weapon at some point. I don't think that's how it would work, but... The blade is in motion, once gleaming white drenched red. A blow to halt the twin gears' life and death. Its impetus long forgotten. You can get Flare or Fade at level 1. Holy balls. Well, that would... Are they, like, just the power of a level 1 spell, or are they, like, that powerful? Like what they are endgame? Because that's ridiculous. That powerful? Oh, wow. That's insane. So that could be interesting, then. Oh, wow, there's, like, a bunch of 2Bs everywhere here. So it looks like. Okay, that's a little dark. Machine Research Report 1 archived. The machine's primary objective seems to be nothing more than kill enemy. What's troubling, though, is that their auto-evolution systems have begun to build a private network. If I had played through Nier, this probably would carry a lot more weight. Interesting, like, idea, though. They don't, like... They didn't a lot of other times give you the ability to, like, wander through, like, other areas like this. So that's kind of cool. I'd be interested to see if they do this. I doubt they would do this with, Maybe they would, though, with the next thing. Which is, what, the Myths of the Realm? I suppose it would make sense for them to do that with that. Which is going to be the Alliance raid after Endwalker. Alright, so, let's see what Anog has to say here. An academic dispute. Anog won't be kept from the secrets of the ruins a moment longer. Ready? Trick question, don't care, let's go! That's about right. Oh, shoot. Of course. So now they're going to lead us through here when we could have been doing that otherwise. Sometimes I hate being the reasonable one. Just think. Machines equal to man. No, perhaps even greater. If we can find the key, we can figure out how they work. We can fix 2P and then... And what? Slow down and use your head. How are we to know that any of what she said was true? Oh, so you'd have us sit on our hands instead of pursuing the untold power that sleeps in these ruins? Twiddle our thumbs while others race ahead and claim the prize? I'm as intrigued as you are, but I would not have us put our blind faith in someone we've only just met, particularly someone making such wild claims. Were we to bring this key to her, there's no telling what she might do with it. If you want to be a coward, be my guest. I'll be boldly forging a path forward as, if you recall, we planned to do. And if we can secure 2P's continued assistance, all the better. What about you? You can either dive into the great unknown with me, or stick one toe at a time like a beardless baby. So are they going to make us choose between the two of them? So what's interesting is, I just had this like random thought. I highly doubt it's actually true. I truly do wonder if these guys are the first version of Elfino and Alice. Anog, the female, I mean, I can't remember if they said they were twins or not. I know they're brother and sister. But Anog, the female, is much more impulsive, just wants to steam full force ahead. And Konog, a little bit more hesitant, which is like Elfino. Don't fret about Konog. He'll see that I'm right and come crawling back eventually. There's so much that we could learn here about these ruins, living machines, and 2P is the best source of information we've got. We need to seize this opportunity while we can. Who are Elfino and other guys? So Elfino and Alice are brother and sister. They're twins. And they're... So, I believe they're in the opening cinematic when you... Excuse me. Not opening cinematic, but when you are going to Ul'dah, they're there in the carriage with you. They're the two Elizin, like teenagers that are traveling with you. They kind of end up being your on and off companions alternatingly throughout, like, the entire game. There's so much... Oh, I already read that. So, are you coming or what? Support Anog. Let's see what Konog has to say here. There's no point in arguing further. She's immune to reason when she gets like this. I'm happy to continue investigating. Of course I am. That's why we've gone to all this trouble. But we need to be careful as to how we go about it, especially where 2P is concerned. I don't trust her, at least not yet. Even should we find this key, we ought to be discreet as possible about sharing our plans and information. Don't you agree? I don't know. I kind of feel like we should, like, wholeheartedly trust 2P, even though I think we should be cautious moving forward. I have a feeling that we should be more trusting of 2P. You skip cutscenes too? Oh, come on, man. You got to be careful with that. The whole idea of the game is the story. I think that's like, especially as you get deeper into the game, like that's one of the biggest calling cards of the game. And if you skip a lot of it, I mean, there's still a lot of fun to be had in the game, don't get me wrong, but it's I don't know, I think that's a big part of the bonuses that the game has to offer compared to other MMOs. It's definitely much more focused on story and lore and delivering a coherent story than WoW is, which just delivers it in your quest text. Just want to explore the stuff right now? Or did you actually mean explode the stuff? You are a black mage, so that makes sense. Alright, we're going to go with Anog's plan here. Should you give your support to Anog's approach, Konog's path will no longer be available to you. Please note, however, that your choice will not affect the rewards and challenges to come. Got it, okay. Tails, you lose. Anog would dive headfirst into the great unknown. I knew it. Fortune favors the bold. I mean, he still comes with, right? Yeah, I was going to say. Jump! Maybe you should get like Torchlight or other ARPG to explode stuff. That's true. Though, like, I mean, if you wanted to explode stuff, you have the right class. Going to be a black mage, you know. Okay, so we can actually sprint here. Try to catch up with them. Okay. Now we got the music. Before it was just silence. That helps a little bit. What? No fall damage here in the copied factory. Even though Torchlight 3 was a little bit of a buggy mess, I enjoyed the game. And yeah, that game, you definitely can skip the story in that. It's pretty forgettable as far as I made it so far. These pod devices must be part of this place, but they don't seem to be particularly murderous as far as things in here go. We should be able to use them to ferry us further in again. I mean, I've done it already. Oh, right. Before we go any further, you remembered these odd boxes? They seem to enable etheric transference. If we get lost, it should be a simple matter to teleport back to the entrance using one of these, so don't worry your pretty head about becoming trapped down here. And with that said, throw caution to the wind and go forth and investigate. And the moment, the very instant that you find something of note, make sure that you show it to me. Got it? Okay, now it makes sense that we're going in here and searching for things. Now there's an actual story reason instead of me just wandering in. There we go. Get our sprint going here. What does it say? Search for artifacts in the factory. So is it going to cause us a problem if we already grabbed the thing? Oh, here we go. We've got a broken Kick'em Bob, huh? Oh yeah, Kick'em Bob. I know what that is. Okay, so we got that. I'm guessing we've found all the lore bits that we could find so far. So back to chat with a Nog. Can't go down there. Makes it seem like there's a little bit of a path there. Oh, that's the path down the passage floor. Got it. You found something, haven't you? Well, show her the Kick'em Bob. I'd bet that whatever this is, it's part of a greater whole. Let's see if we can find any other pieces. I might be able to reassemble it, if I had any idea what it's meant to be. Righto. Proceed to Zone 4. Oh, it's not gonna let us go down the slide again. It's just gonna transport us down there. Bomber. Alright, so looking for any new lore bits that we could grab, as well as then another Kick'em Bob or what's it. Memory of a damaged machine archives. Oh, brother, where art thou? It's dark. I'm alone. All alone and lonely. I want friends. Don't stop me. I'll kill you. I need friends. That's these guys. I was right. It's a what's it. Rusty what's it. That sounds like the name of a NASCAR driver. Rusty what's it. in the number 4, Valvoline Ford. Tarnished thingamajig. Alright. Search for more parts. So it looks like there's maybe another one we can find through here. Up there, the damaged pod. Oh, here we go. Machine Research Report 2 archived. The machine's network has evolved to the point where paradoxes no longer present an obstacle, allowing for diversity among individuals. They may continue to incorporate whatever data is within reach. Someday, the world in its entirety. There we go. Okay, that's going to make it easier to go back into that. Moving forward. Okay. Oh, I almost missed that bit of lore up there. Weapon Fragment Data 2 archived. So the first one was the blade is in motion, okay. Our world never doubted, only closed its eyes, the better to turn unburdened. So I wonder if we end up having to do like a fight against anything in here. Most likely we'll just be Baron, but... Just curious if they're going to get tricky with any of these things. Hey! Sold my crawler cocoons that I put up. Ooh. Is it like, it must be dust. Maybe it's snow. Tattered Flyer archived. Thanks for buy. It's a thriving chain of including swords that match the regional features and squads of. It's like a circus or something. Or like a parade. There we go. Weapon Fragment Data 4. Where's Data 3? Rue not what has come to be, nor lay down your arms while life still rises amidst ruin. The blade demands this vow, this virtue. Interesting. I don't think I missed anything, so number 3 must be ahead still. I trust your investigation is going well. Have you found me some more parts? Yes. Thingamajig, what's it, and a damaged pod. Oh, look at all of these. Hard to say for sure whether we have everything until we take a crack at reassembling it, of course, but it's a start. I'll hold on to this. And this pod. I've been so wanting to take one of these apart. Oh, still somewhat operational. Do you hear something? Function resumed. Initiating repair process. Alert! Multiple life forms detected in proximity. Life forms would be us, I presume. Interesting. If it's still functional, there's no need for me to disassemble it. Pity. Still, I say we take it back with us. Any objections? No, of course not. So let's get on with it. What's that? Oh, what's this? I don't know. Oh, is 9S still here? Sure is. It's him! Though how he climbed back up here in that state. Maybe the pod picked him up, and that's why it was damaged. It's a nice blade. Hey, Branch, how's it going? Hope all is well. Well, you're the one who wanted to work with 2P. I'm sure she would say to destroy him for good. What do you say? Shh. Oh, brother, you know me too well. We take him with us, of course, just in case. It'll be our little secret. Doing good? That's good. That's good. Hopefully it's a nice Saturday afternoon, evening over in the UK. Have I tried Among Us since the new roles came out? I have not. What are the new roles? I did not even know that they added a lot to the game. This may be the clue we've been searching for. I only hope it doesn't blow up in our faces, in any sense. Konog and I will be heading back out. I want to perform a proper analysis on these parts as soon as possible. I don't blame you if you want to look around a bit more first, though you had best share your findings. I mean, I am curious if there was anything back where we were. Let's try to run there quick. Have you played it some? Does it change the game quite a bit? Make it a little bit more interesting for people that have played quite a few games? Gosh, it's probably been close to a year since I played it last. The imposter can shapeshift. One crew can check vitals anytime. One crew can use vents, and one crew can do something else that you forgot. Interesting. That does make it... So are the roles randomized then? Or is it something that you get to, like, sort of pick a couple, and then you get one of the ones that you pick or something? I kind of figured they'd have to do something like that in order to spice it up. Randomized, huh? And do... So obviously other people don't know what role you got, right? They just know the role they have. So it's kind of like, almost like if you've ever played the card game Secret Hitler. Sort of like that, I would guess. The first dead body can protect another crew member. Oh, so that like as a ghost they can like follow along and keep them alive kind of thing for a short time. Interesting. Just trying to see if there's any more lore bits in here before we head back out. There's unlockable costume stuff too. So when you mean that the imposter can shapeshift, does that mean they turn into like other players, so they change into like what that player looks like? Or do they like shapeshift into something that's in the environment? Another crew, okay, interesting. Huh, well that'd be fun to mess around with at some point. Have you played quite a few games with it, or not really yet? And when did they update it with that? Was that like just this week? I have a feeling there's not going to be anything else. Just a few games? Okay. This week? Okay. Otherwise, what have you been playing? Did you finish Life is Strange True Colors? What did you think of that? I am so far behind on Life is Strange games. I need to, like, once I am done with The Witcher, I think I'm going to sit down and try to blow through, like, the backlog of that stuff. You hated it. Oh, no. What was it that you weren't a fan of? No Choices. Huh. How did I miss that one? Oh, because it launched me past it when I talked to those people. That's how I missed that one. That's a weird choice. In that world we once knew, sharp and shattered, a single spark of memory grows to a flame. It shines upon the lost, and at last we understand. Okay, and that's as far as we can go. Okay, so that's... Alright, so you literally had to come back all the way to the end just to get that. Just get to choose flavor text. Well, that's too bad. Is this DLC? No. So this is the... so for... like every expansion, they have what are called an Alliance Raid series. So it's 3 24-man dungeons. So you have 3, because your typical large party or full party is 8 players, and so it's like 3 sets of those parties. Very near to make you run back for one item. Yes, I'm sure that was Yoko Taro's like pure thought on this. So yeah, so this is. With the Alliance Raid for the most recent expansion, Shadowbringers, they made a tie-in with Nier because Nier was so popular. And so that Alliance Raid series is tied in with Nier. So there's like a part of the world that's like Nier themed that you kind of stumble into. And so in between each of the big raids, there's like story branches that occur that you go through. And so this is just one of those pieces right here. That I'm playing right now. So this is in between the first and second of the raids. I'm going to take a very, very quick break, and so we'll be back in a moment or two, all right? So hold on. Okay, we are back. Sorry about that. Yeah, you say they got the look down. Yeah, they did a really good job with that, of trying to make... you know, a little bit different style game in Final Fantasy XIV look like Nier. So there's 2P, who we found and who is like the character in this that's helping us. Very Nier design. Oh, and I don't know where they hid 9S, who we just rescued. Branch, have you played through Nier? You a fan? Processing. I thought that key was a figure of speech, but it looks like it could potentially be an unlocking mechanism, if you squint. Alright, let's see what Anog has to say. It's about time. You know those parts we found? Well, I've managed to cobble them together into a decent approximation of something. I was hoping that if I got the basics right, the pod could tell us what it's meant to be, but it won't stop repeating processing and beeping at me. It worked when it was analyzing us, so theoretically it should be up to the task, but it seems we'll have to wait for it to finish, whatever it is that it's doing. I'm half tempted to take my tools to it, but if I can't put it back together, we'll be back to square one, so patience it is. In the meantime, we have quite a bit of other data to analyze. So much, in fact, that I'm certain we'll need a considerable amount of time, uninterrupted time, to work, if you take my meaning. I'm telling you to keep the chief off our backs for a while. I don't care how. Say that his house is on fire if you like, or put it to the torch if you're not comfortable with lying. So, if you don't want to lie, just commit arson. It's all the same. We simply don't have the time for half a dozen lectures about protocol and safety and ethics. You understand? You heard, Anog. We're counting on you to keep the chief occupied so that we don't have to. Processing. Alright, so I'm guessing the chief is going to be outside. So we'll head back to Kalusia. And I'm guessing we'll have to do some side thing out here. Lally, mysterious machines from the ruins will kill us all ho, I suppose. Sorry, it's been a lot to take in. Did you manage to keep our local miscreants out of trouble? They're safely studying our discoveries as we speak. Yeah. It's true that when it comes to mechanical contraptions, you'll find none cleverer than those two, or more obsessive. If anyone's capable of solving the mystery of these ruins, it's them. Much as I hate to say this, we should leave them to their own devices, for now. Alright, get rid of this orchestration roll here. Carnivals and confrontations. The Digshite Chief has a request for you. You could not possibly guess who it concerns. Lolly, what a conveniently timed entrance, ho! I was just thinking that I ought to send someone to check on Anog and Konog. They're still poking and prodding at those whatsits you dug up in the ruins, which is all well and good until one of them sets off another explosion. Oh, I'm sure you'll notice if they blow up anything important. Yeah. By which point it'll be too late! Not to mention that our annual carnival is fast approaching. There's plenty that wants doing before we're ready, and I need those two to start pulling their weight. While you're looking in on them, remind them they've got duties outside of tinkering with rusty thingamabobs, will you? Maybe they'll listen if it's you doing the nagging. They seem to respect you, much as they respect anyone. Must be all the violence. You'll find them in the tunnels, of course. Can't lure them out of there for love nor money. And believe me, I've tried. Must be all the violence. Don't like to leave those two unsupervised when I can help it, but I've got my hands full as it is. I do like that song. Very peaceful, 'tis. Alright, is the pod saying anything different? Well, it's not saying processing. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe it's supposed to do that? Ah, just in time. Ah, there you are. Can you believe this? I've waited through days of processing, broke multiple tools, and after all of that... Ugh! Ugh! Stupid son of a hobswimming! Anog, not everyone is privy to your inner thoughts. Allow me to explain. The pod confirmed that this device grants the user access to some sort of weaponry, which presumably means that it is indeed the key of which 2P spoke. Unfortunately, no sooner had we gotten it working than it stopped again. Based on our previous experiences, we assumed that it's run out of power and will require a supplementary energy source. So let's hurry up and find one. The sooner we get the key working, the sooner we can pulverize our enemies. Now wait just a moment. We aren't even certain what sort of weaponry is involved here. Even if we get the key working again, we shouldn't activate it willy-nilly. Honestly, Konog, this ceaseless whining of yours is why we never make any progress. It's not whining, it's being ethical and prudent. Shall the victor be the first to draw blood or the last man standing? Must you two always bicker so? Little chiding them a little bit here. The adult in the room. Yes? Still silent. Arguing with a nog is like being run over by a trolley. Trolley again, huh? One way to do it. A nog would like to continue what may be charitably termed as the discussion at hand. What were we talking about? Ah, yes, why I'm right. I agreed that we still know too little about the machine life forms and androids, but that's precisely why we need to seize this opportunity. If we claim the weaponry for ourselves, we'll know exactly what the enemy's capabilities are. Then, and only then, can we protect the village from comparable technology. Fine, fine, I see your point. We'll be safer in the long run if we activate the weaponry sooner rather than later. Or everyone else will. I'll probably have dropped dead from trying to keep up with you. Ha ha ha, you say that, but you're far too stubborn to die. That's why I can always count on you. You two, most loyal and lethal assistant. Come along, we have a power source to find. In Comra. Oh, not Tomra, Comra. Okay, so it's just outside here. So I feel like... So looking at the other Alliance raids so far, and I'm not finished with this yet. I thought So, the Crystal Tower one, especially since it's so deeply entrenched, which is the first one, especially because it's so deeply entrenched in the main story. Like, that one, like, from a story standpoint, is really good and important, and pays off, right? I'm never sure if a Nog has the better argument or if she's just better at arguing. I guess it doesn't matter. She usually gets what she wants in the end. It's about time. I've been considering what we need in order to power the key. A hefty chunk of crystal from a knocker out to do it, though. I haven't quite worked out how we'll divert its energy for our purposes. Konog and I will think on it while you head over to the Hollows and liberate that crystal. Find us when you're back in Komra. So where do we have to go to get this? Oh, it's up there? I see it. Okay. So then it was... It was the, Mahak raids at the end of Heavensward. I think the story in those was interesting, and it wasn't, like, massive and obtrusive. So that was kind of good that way also. What is flagged on the map? Do I have a seal for that? Whoops. Oh, so I have to kill these. Okay, that's... Okay, now... I was just curious. What the heck? So I think the Mahak stuff was pretty good. But then I will say... The Ivalice one, while I liked the actual raids and the story they were telling, that one was just so wordy. I enjoyed it still, and I think, like, the actual battles are pretty in-depth. This one so far, I think I enjoy the story the most out of all of those, though, except for maybe Crystal Tower. Because it's fun. We'll see, I guess, how it pays off, since we're maybe about halfway through. Almost halfway. And another thing, why does a Nog's Away always have to be so fun? Aha, you got one, right? Here we go, chunk of knocker. Perfect, now we can run some tests. Yes, it'll take a bit of experimentation to get the key powered up. It is science, you know. Don't you worry, though. We'll have this thing in working order before you know it. While you wait, why not take some time for yourself? Have a nap, try some of our local delicacies, tell the chief to go bugger himself. Anog! Konog! He's gonna put him to work. Ah, and here's Callista. I knew you had roped her into your schemes again. They're good schemes. And anyway, you're the one who keeps sending her to check on us. I wouldn't have to if you do the work you were assigned. The carnival won't wait on your pet projects. Dun 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. So is this stuff that has existed in the game for years and you've just never done it? So this is newer. So this started coming out in the post Shadowbringers patches. So the last part of this just came out in patch, I think it was 5.4, so like the beginning of this year. So yeah, so it's always stuff that comes out after the main story, the main like expansion is done. Fine, fine. Come on, Konog. Let's get this over with. But in order to do it, you have to get through like the main story quest to be able to do it from that area. Frustrating as they are, you have to admire their enthusiasm for tinkering. If they can put even 1/10 of that energy towards the carnival, we'll be ready in no time. I hope you'll be able to attend. You won't have seen the like before, I assure you. Not to mention that we're eager to show our appreciation for your helping us with those machines. And there's no better way to do that than with a dwarven toast to your health or two. Dozen. We can rebuild her. Stronger, faster, the bionic woman. The dig site chief would have you be an active participant in Comra's carnival. Lolly, I knew you'd be here sooner or later, ho! You remember the carnival I told you about, don't you? Don't ya? Boop, 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 boop. We've finished preparing, which means it's nearly time to open celebrations with the unfurling of the banners. But first, we'll need an officially sanctioned bearer to present said banners to 3 of our people. And why not let you do the honors? Others are clamoring for the task, make no mistake. It's an important and highly coveted duty, you understand. But I couldn't deprive you of this opportunity to experience GOG culture hands-on. Consider it a thank you for keeping a Nog and Konog from blowing themselves up. And look sharp, we haven't got all day. Go on now, the whole village is waiting. Ox Cable. Nice name. Eccentric villager. So the role of bearer went to the outsider after all. Nothing you can't handle, I hope. Here you go. It's not that I think the chief made a poor choice, mind. Bit of a waste, yes, but there's no better way for you to introduce yourself to the rest of the village. And wouldn't you know it, you're not so bad. Ooh, we've got an excitable villager here. Aha! You'll be the bearer. Well, hand it over. This is what we've all been waiting for. Ah, the colors of Comra. They speak of our village, our lives, our very souls. Except this one. Never really cared for this one. Looks like it tripped halfway through the journey from beige to yellow and fell in a ditch. Earnest villager. Time already, is it? Oh, my hands are so sweaty. Do take care now. I'd hate to be the one that drops the banner. Phew, well done. Let's share a drink once it's safely unfurled, eh? The carnival is our way of showing appreciation for each other. And I certainly appreciate you keeping this banner from slipping away like a greased eel. Gam... Zalog... That's how you're supposed to say, like, 2 G's together, right? Really pronounce the different letters. Finished, have you? Hopefully speaking with those folks helped impress upon you this wasn't some menial errand anyone could have done. Kinda was. No, the slightest mishap in the banner delivery process would have spelled disaster, you hear? Now, without further ado, let the carnival begin. Hey, Ross. How you doing today? Thanks for redeeming Kraken packs. We'll wait a few minutes and then we'll take care of that once we get through this next step in the process here. Hope your day's going well. Yeah, my day's going great so far. Good start to the weekend. Cannot complain at all. It's not great that it's raining on the carnival day. sound effects are what sold that. No need to stand there waiting for someone to give you more work to do. Go and witness the fruits of our labors. Revel, frolic, etc. If you need a task that badly, you can set yourself to working up an appetite. I expect you to partake heartily of our traditional cuisine, not to mention the drinks. Stone, spare me these menial tasks. If I see one more streamer... Why, if it isn't Callista, and run absolutely ragged with tedious carnival duties, no doubt. No, I'm fine. It is indeed my solemn duty to eat my weight in carnival food. I had the honor... Yes, it is... I like that better than the serious answer. Eating? Are you mad? There's no time for that. We've got the key to activate. Uh-huh. All of this festive nonsense has been an unnecessary distraction, but Konog and I did manage to make some real progress while the chief wasn't looking. If you want the details, and I know you do, you'll have to meet us at the usual place. The last thing we need is half the village drunkenly eavesdropping. I wasn't dropping no eaves. Bye. Alright, so we have to go back to the tunnels. Does look nice and festive now. I like that they have, like, oh, it's the colors of Konog. Basically all the colors. A zillion banners. Alright, well, let's see what's going on with them here. Okay, let's see what progress was made here. Talk to the pod first and see if it's actually functioning right now. Not yet. We haven't even got to the part where Anog and I argue yet, and I'm already knackered. There you are. Let's review our work, shall we? Doubtless you've forgotten some significant detail. Okay. Whatever you say. Anog. As hopefully even you will recall, we required a source of energy to restore functionality to the so-called key 2P told us about. We obtained said source from the form of a knocker's crystalline carapace, though the transference of energy from crystal to key proved a challenge. Nothing that Konog and I, in my infinite wisdom, couldn't handle, however. Of course. You'll find your faith in us well rewarded. The key is now fully powered and, as far as we can tell, functional, so I dare say we'll soon be capable of smiting our enemies with the press of a button. Or we would be if we had the first clue as to how to operate the blasted thing. Indeed, it seems the key is a more complicated device than we anticipated. Thus far, we have succeeded only in making it display a series of strange glyphs. We presented these to the pod for translation, of course, but we cannot make heads nor tails of its terminology, no matter how many times we prompt it to explain. The androids appear to have an intuitive, or at least finely honed, grasp of technology, so I have no doubt that 2P would know, but... she's shown no sign of miraculously awakening, that's for certain. Ugh, you... Pod, can 2P be revived? Wah, 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 wah. Analyzing android repair sequence. Error detected. Confirming details. Damage to internal mechanism detected. Proposal: replace the damaged part. So with a replacement part, repair is possible. I dare say facilitating that process would prove more efficient than continuing our own fruitless experimentation with the key. I would hardly call wandering the factory for days on end with the barest idea of what sort of part we're looking for efficient. So unless our friend here just happened to stumble upon a room filled with android corpses ripe for the harvesting, well, who would have thought? Now that you mention it. Oh yeah, the corpse room, that's the thing. Odd, but superlative. You will take us there at once. We'll bring Pod, too. It can tell us if any of the androids still have the part we need. Onward! Alright, in we go. With the chat mode in, say, enter any phrase containing a nog near the destination within the copied factory. Okay. So we have to run there first here. It's a good thing we paid attention when we were roaming through. Whoa! Whoa! At least we don't have to go all the way through. It's a little ways down here, but not super far. Wow! Bam! Alright, just a little bit more ahead here. So does anybody have any specific games that they're playing over the weekend? For me, other than Final Fantasy XIV now and then Suikoden on stream tomorrow night, doing Rocket League at the moment. Nice, fun. So other than that, I'm probably wrapping up Myst sometime over the next day or two, as we're playing that for Game Pass Forever, which we're recording on Tuesday night. Should post shortly thereafter that. And then more Witcher 3. In the Isles of Skellige. So hoping to finish the main quest by the time we're done. By the time we record the following Tuesday. Not that I'm eager to take apart an android, but how do we do that? Tactical support units are authorized to recover android parts and carry out replacement and repair operations. A look inside the androids and a giant step toward our ultimate goal. Mwahaha! By the by, where are we going? Well, they got close. So it's just going to tell me to say, all right. Alright. Type the thing into the chat. Over here, is it? Konog, Pod, stop dallying. What? How disturbing. The color of their garb is different, but they do appear to be of the same make as 2P. Which means, ghoulish or not, we can make use of them. This is truly excellent, Konog. My understanding is that Pod should be able to salvage the correct part and initiate the repairs. Let's see. All right. Oh, okay. It just did it. That works. The more we learn about the android's technology, the more fascinating and unnerving it becomes. Who could possibly have created this? Part compatibility confirmed. We must instruct it every single time. Go on, pod. Fix 2P. Did it work? I was just thinking the same thing. I mean, we can't tell if she opens her eyes because they're covered, but... Oh! Yay! Huh. Amusement park orchestration. All right. Repair process complete. Restore the... What was I saying? I hope that the part replacement won't result in memory loss. We have too many unanswered questions. Okay, I am going to take a very quick break, and then we'll come back, we'll crack some packs, and we'll keep going forward with this. So we'll be back in another moment. Alright, so we are back, and we are going to crack a pack here. I have a special one today. One that I haven't opened up yet, obviously. And so this isn't just a single pack. This is a newer thing that they came out with this year called a boss deck for Final Fantasy cards. And what it is then is it's a new game mode that they introduced where you can play co-op 2 to 3 players against a larger like enemy deck, basically. And so I haven't opened it yet, so I figured this would actually be a good thing for us to take a look at. So, contents. Pre-constructed deck of 80 cards, has starting cards times 3, hard mode cards times 17, and then a rule guide for two different rule guides, so 2 players can look at it at the same time. So let's take a look here at what we have. So see here, the 2 main ones we have are Chaos, of course, from Final Fantasy 1. And then Sephiroth, arguably 2 of the more iconic enemies in Final Fantasy. And if you're not familiar, these are Final Fantasy trading card game cards. It's a game that came out 2015 or 2016 in the United States. So inside then we have a couple of these. So we have a rules guide here. Okay, and so the 2 rules guides it look like, one is just your typical starter guide, which explains the game. It's always good to have newer ones of these, because then it'll have some of the updated rules and stuff on them. And so that's what this looks like here. It's a 2-sided starter guide. Explains everything about the game and how it works. How to win, blah, blah, blah. Explains the different parts of a card, and then the different areas, and how you set up the board, and so on and so forth, and how like effects stack, which is a very important thing in a TCG, is what order do things happen in, and how do we resolve issues with that. See if we can figure out how this folds back up. I did not do it right. Still did not do it right. There we go. There we go. All right, we're folded now. We're good. And then the other one then is going to be the rules specifically with this boss mode. If I can unfold a piece of paper again. So here it explains how the boss fights work, what the deck consists of. Caution. What does the caution say here? The cards in this pack that have a serial number starting with B are dedicated boss fight cards and cannot be used to build regular FF TCG ones. So there's actually quite a few of them that are specific to the boss mode. That's kind of interesting. They must be a lot more powerful than typical cards, I'm guessing. They also have cards that you can work in to your deck. Okay, interesting. So, let's take a look-see then at these packs. So there's actually, it looks like there's 2 packs of 40 cards. So maybe what we'll do is we'll open one half, and then the next redeem will open the other half of them. And it looks like the boss cards have a special gold foil around. Let's see if I can get this open. A gold foil sort of around the text area to help further make them stand out. Oh my. This thing is like, oh, there it is. There's where the tab is. If I can still get it to pull up. No. Okay, well, yeah, these are, there we go. We gotta start on it now. There we got a little bit. Hopefully it's enough to get an edge in here. Otherwise it might be X-Acto knife time or whatever I got at hand here. So you always want to be careful. You don't want to wreck the cards. Not that any of them are worth, like, any real money. So I did look up that one legendary that we opened up last time. And that was, I think, $4 it was worth. 4 or 5 as a foil. So not bad. Nothing massive, but not bad. Alright, let's hopefully not cut ourselves here. There we go. There we go. That did the trick. That did the trick. Okay. All right, now we're cooking with gas here. Other trash here. Okay, so our first card, we have Chaos. So yeah, see, it has this gold sort of outline there. And then, yeah, at the bottom is where it specifies. I probably won't be able to get it. Oh, there we go. How it says B. That's what specifies that it's a actual boss card. So I'm curious then if down the line you'll end up getting like boss cards sometimes in decks, replacing rare cards or something like that. So Chaos cannot leave the field due to your opponent's summons or abilities. If Chaos is on the field, Chaos can produce CP of any element. So he's a back. And so he's dark. So that's what this symbol means. And then the black color here is that he's a dark element. And a lot of times when you have backups that are dark or light, they can give you any color. Because otherwise not a lot of things need light or dark to cast. And typically darker light ones you can cast them with any color. So they're pretty versatile cards. Remove chaos from the game. Select one of the two following actions. Choose one light forward, break it. Play one card named Feral Chaos from your hand and into the field. Interesting. I like the design of this a lot. The art's really good. We have fought Chaos a couple times over recently. And then we have now from Dissidia Final Fantasy, he is a god, Spiritus. I have not ever played enough of any Dissidia games to know much about him. Of course, he is a dark element as well. And a boss type of character. Or a boss specific. Now we had Chaos. Why don't we have a little bit of Garland in there too? So a lot of these, I think, is the Dissidia Final Fantasy artwork so far, is what they went with. And see here, you also see 10,000. Not a lot of things have power 10,000. There's very few of them in the game that have that much. Now, a lot of them can get more than that if they get bonuses to it. And he is 5 to cast out, so he is pretty expensive to play. Oh, here we go. FF14 Heartthrob. Apparently, I never saw it, but we have Xenos. Yea, Galvas. The big bad of Stormblood. He is also 10,000 power. He has haste and brave, so he doesn't tap or doesn't exhaust when he attacks. And then he can do that right away when he goes out. That's fitting of Xenos, really. When Xenos deals damage to your opponent, choose one forward opponent controls, deal it 10,000 damage. Wow. Looks like some of the rarer cards can go for a few hundred. Yeah, probably from some of the earlier sets. I should try to look up. I should go through and I have like all of my stuff cataloged. I should go back and look through. And he's an EX burst, so he's just always going to deal damage to a character if he gets flipped up into the damage zone. That's pretty good. So there's a couple of copies of Xenos then. That's what you'll find is you'll usually have, in like the starter decks, you'll have 2 or 3 copies of the same card. And then we have Nail, which is also one of the Garleans from Final Fantasy XIV here. He's only 9,000. Reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, add up to 5 forwards among them to your hand, and put the rest of the cards into the break zone. Holy crud. That's a good way to get some things into your hand. Remove one backup from the game until the end of the turn. He gains 2,000 power and haste. Move 2 backups. Choose one forward, deal at 10,000 damage. Okay, he's pretty powerful too. Those Garleans, the bane of our existence, you know. Now from Final Fantasy XIII, we have a Falsey forward Orphan. Now, I definitely have not played enough of Final Fantasy XIII to really know anything about this. It's definitely an interesting design, though. Tetsuya Nomura was the character designer for this character, at least in 13. So we have 2 of those also. So we have fire and ice so far. It looks like we're going to have all colors here, or all elements. Then we have from Final Fantasy XI, Shadow Lord. He is a kindred and a forward. Having a hard time getting him to focus. But that's alright. Still never have played 11. Might do that at some point here. There's 3 of those in this pack. Now we have Final Fantasy IV Big Bad, the Dissidia Final Fantasy version, the Warlock Golbez. That's pretty good. I like that artwork too. The cost required to cast Golbez is reduced by 1 for every 5 cards in your break zone. I guess that is one thing I should look at it to try to find out if you have to deal that much, if you have to deal more damage to the boss, probably. Because usually you'd only go up to 7. You ever try putting a deck together and playing a game of FF card game, or just collect? Mostly collect. I have put together some decks. A lot of the times, though, when I end up playing, we've done a draft once or twice. One of the other times, we did make decks a couple of times. Usually we just play with the starter packs. But I do want to collect them. I'm pretty big into the collecting of them here. We got another version of Garland then. So the rule is that you can only have one version of a named character out there. So you'd only be able to have one version of Garland out there at a time. Garland has field, choose one forward of 3 or less and break it. Okay. Now we have Feral Chaos, the one that the other Chaos goes to get. Utter Pandemonium. So this is, Feral Chaos is specifically from Dissidia Final Fantasy Duodecim. 012. Feral Chaos is also a card named Chaos in all situations, so you can't have them both out there at the same time. Haste, First Strike, and Brave, so he has everything. Leaves the field, select one of your card named Chaos, remove from the game, and add it to your hand. So it's basically, you can keep cycling between these two. There's 3 of those in here. And of course, we're going to have all the big bads from everything, right? So now, we have, from Final Fantasy X, the final Aeon, Sin. Which I've always thought was just such a weird design for Sin. And I was actually reading about it a little bit recently. But I can't remember what the actual reasoning was behind why a whale was chosen as the look of Sin. So far, all forwards. Are mostly forwards. Then we have the baddie of Final Fantasy III, the Dissidia Final Fantasy design of Cloud of Darkness. Also pops up in, gosh, I can't remember which raid you fight her in. I think it's one of the Alliance raids. I think it's the end of, you always thought Sin was just a giant orb? No, it's a big, like, you see it in the beginning of Final Fantasy X. All right, sounds good. Have a good rest of your day and a good weekend, Jim. Thanks for stopping by. Cloud of Darkness. So far, these are all boss deck specific. I don't know if there's probably not going to be a lot of them that aren't, I'm guessing. Now we have the Emperor from Final Fantasy II. Ice. A lot of these have EX bursts also. Which makes sense, so that it's just always pumping out more damage to the players. And then here we have everyone's favorite clown to hate, Kefka. The Dissidia. So there's another Kefka card I have that's a little bit different version of the Dissidia Final Fantasy. But yeah, Kefka, the main bad guy in Final Fantasy VI. And then Final Fantasy X, Seymour. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. Not that Seymour. A little bit different Seymour. Choose one forward and break it. There's 3 of those in here. Then we have from Final Fantasy VIII, Ultimacia. One of these days, I'll actually know where the sweet spot is for the camera. Lots of feathers and cleavage. That's a go-to for Final Fantasy bad people. All right. We have then a summon. We have from the Final Fantasy Tactics version of Ifrit or Ifrit. 10,000 damage to a forward. 2 of those. The Mobius version of Diabolos. The main bad guy of the Mahawk Alliance raids. Struggling to get that to focus. two of those summons in here. We have Final Fantasy Tactics Odin summon. There we got it. There we got it to focus. Break 3 forwards. Holy crap. It is 7 to play out, though. And then we got Leviathan from Final Fantasy Tactics Design here. So I have a feeling that these probably won't be worth a ton unless the boss mode is... unless the boss mode is... what do you call it? Like a short run to print. And then our final card in this half of the pack, Zodiark, Keeper of Precepts from Final Fantasy XII. I believe, I can't remember if, I guess I don't know, I never really knew if Zodiark was a bad guy in that game or just a summon in Final Fantasy XII. But Zodiark is supposedly the big bad of Final Fantasy XIV. I guess we'll find out sooner rather than later what happens with that. In probably a month's time, we'll get that far in Endwalker. So yeah, so that was one half of this boss deck. The next time we get a redeem for this, we will look at the other half of this and get an idea of what else we have in here, starting with Sephiroth. But let's jump back into some FF14 goodness here. Oh, put that back down here. Switch this back over to here. Oops. Get this all situated. All right, so got a nice look through a lot of the historical enemies of Final Fantasies in the past. So let's see what Anog has to say. Everything you know is wrong. The glee in Anog's eyes at the sight of 2P's awakening could only be born of keen self-interest. It would not be wise to keep her waiting. Mwahaha! Sweet success! Let's not waste any more time about it. 2P, do you remember what happened? 2P, do you remember what happened? Where am I? I was damaged in combat, and you brought me here. And then you wildly inconvenienced us by dying on the table, yes? Fortunately for you, we were clever enough to pick up Pod here, and by the fact that we're having this conversation, I assume it succeeded in repairing the damage. I see. Did you locate the key as I instructed? Despite how little information we had to go on, we did. It's fully operational, as far as we can tell, so can you use it? Ah, so you just gotta do that. It's like a compass. Oh, are we finding more ether currents? We can already fly. Ah! Whoa, an earthquake! Everyone outside now! I was gonna say, is 2P actually going outside, or is she just gonna hang in there? Can she go outside? That is the question. Boom, boom. Oh wow, that's not an earthquake. That's like an attack. From... Ha! So much for the celebration! This is the worst carnival ever! The mountain! What happened to the mountain? Jeez. This isn't... an og, look! It's a bunch of androids, apparently. P, no, there are too many. Worried for me? Don't be. Oh, is she gonna attack us now? Ha! I was wrong. I shouldn't have trusted her. What is the meaning of this? It means that your assistance is no longer necessary. I was gonna say, we block it, right? Oh no! Ah, 2B comes to help, huh? I thought it was gonna be 9S. Oh, the chief. Kodog, trying to carry the hammer. Have it your way, then. See this world to its end. Alright, well, shit got real. He couldn't carry the hammer right. I know I worried, but I thought she was our friend. So I do wonder how it plays out if you're Kodog instead. If things don't get decimated as badly, or if they still do. And who are you? Is your dress about to turn white? Because if so... I am Yorha number 2 Type B unit, but you may call me 2B. I'm here to destroy the androids in white. We can discuss this later. Right now, we've got to stop 2P. I mean, there still has to be... She still has to be bad, regardless. Because I'm sure that's like the crux of this next raid dungeon. The Puppet's Bunker now accessible. Alright. Well, we'll queue up and we'll see how this goes. Oh, so this is like from the amusement park in Nier, isn't it? I think so, right? It sounds similar to that anyway, if I remember correctly. So not... Okay, I mean, there's lots of destruction. But it could be worse, right? We'll talk to these guys after we queue up. Let's make sure we do this. Get rid of this. The Puppet's Bunker. 10 minutes is what our queue time is estimated at. Having put an unceremonious end to Chroma's carnival with their incomprehensibly advanced weaponry, 2P's cohort of white-garbed androids retreats into the crater from whence they came. Though they are certain to have the tactical advantage should you pursue them into the installation, such a threat cannot go unchecked, and you and your newfound ally 2B are quick to give chase. A Nog and Konog hot on your heels. Now, I don't know if there was actually a 2P version in the Nier game, and if I would have known then that we shouldn't trust them, or if those are specific to this game. Careful, they may intend for us to follow. I'm sure they do. We've made a fine mess of things, to be sure, but it's hardly the first time. Nothing for it but to fix it. What have I done? So we have average wait time 13 minutes now. So let's quick switch to Bard. And then just to gather the experience from exploring everywhere here, we'll run over and clear out the stuff that we haven't explored yet. We must not have had any reasons to go up to these areas here previously. Alright, so then down to the bottom left corner. I think it must be that island all the way over there. It doesn't matter where we end up. We're gonna have to... We'll get transported back there if there's story stuff after we finish the raid, so... Every little bit of experience helps. Oh, it's that island down over there, I think? No, we've already been there. Oh, it's probably underwater stuff. And this is where we washed up, so makes sense, I guess. There we go. So that's 243,000 experience. That's worth it. Oh, weird. What is this place? The Lawns. Oh, there's a practice dummy over here. Interesting. Huh. Let's see what this guy has to say about this place. You want to make use of this practice ground? Well, you'd best ask permission from the Umorans first. They were the ones who put the place back in order. Interesting. So in Yulmore, there must be a way to unlock this. So let's see. Other things that we could try to mess around with while we're queuing. Let's do this here. See if we have anything on hand for our next step in crafting stuff. So that one's at 3135. So it's that. I think you have to actually talk to an NPC outside of Idleshire. Oh, I probably haven't unlocked that yet, have I? 31 through 35. Gotcha. So these. Oh, yeah. So it's food is all I haven't made. Oh, did I just sell a bunch of these? don't think those are what I put up on the market. Could be, though. I had some form of worms that I just added. How's it going today, Baby Smell? Hope you're having a good Saturday. Didn't look at the schedule carefully enough to see that you're going to be streaming at this hour. Oh, yeah, yep. Yeah, sorry about that. 10:30 a.m. today. Wanted to do another daytime Saturday stream since it's been a while. Let's go back into here. Black fire sand. Pretty sure we don't have any of those. Oh, actually we do. Saddlebag. We don't have enough brimstone, though. Going to stream for the usual 3 hours? Will this be a longer stream? We'll probably wrap up around 2 o'clock, I'm guessing. So, yeah, it'd be a little over 3 hours. 2:30. Oops. Oh, that's what I was... Okay, so Battle Pick-a-Tricks. That must be... We have to buy that from the Junkmonger. So yeah, basically, I had to do a little bit of inventory management at the start. And then we've just been going through the prep stuff, the story stuff in between the first and second Alliance raid for Nier. So we're queuing now for the Puppet's Bunker. And just sort of seeing what it is that we can craft right now. Okay, we could make some velveteen robe here. Okay, so swap over to Weaver. No, so it'll be another hour, maybe a little over an hour. We've been going already for about a little over 2 hours. So we'll be about 3-4 hours in length. Oops. Let's see, Velveteen right here, and then our Dew Thread. Oh, we probably don't need the... There we go. I feel a little bad that I'm wasting high quality Velveteen here, but it's going to go away eventually anyway. It must be the next one up. We don't have any cotton yarn though. Probably could buy some over in Newmore. Okay. Oops. Okay. Make up our robe here. You were playing Russian on Lost Ark. Plan on playing that till Endwalker release. Okay. Russian, like you're playing Lost Ark on Russian servers? Or is that like one of the side our factions is Russians? Okay. We'll get that back. Let's just try that. Yeah, I don't think we'll need to do probably not a lot in actuality here. Since this is a lower level thing that we're crafting, should be actually pretty easy to max out quality. And progress should be one go. Easy. The Russian translation of Lost Ark, which is also on Russian servers. So you can speak Russian? Or are you just rolling with it? Okay, so I can make 2 more things here before I run out of Velveteen. Oops. Yep, let's select that. Oh, there's an English patch for it. Okay. So is it that is Lost Ark down elsewhere, so that's why you're playing it in the Russian version? Or is that like version actually released and the English version isn't released yet? The beta ended. Yeah, that's what I thought, because I think you said it ended the 11th, I believe, right? Hasn't officially released, but it is released in Russia. Okay. Is the developer in Russia? Is that why it's already out over there? Would make sense, I guess. It's a Korean developer. Okay. So is it already out in Korea too then? There we go. All right. Well, those 3 are made easy enough. We have a little bit of that in our saddlebags. So we can do some of that anyway. Okay. We should be... Actually, let's do this quick. It's out in Korea, Japan, and Russia, to your knowledge. Okay. All right, time to jump into the Puppet's Bunker. Of course, someone withdrew. To be expected. There we go. Usually once it procs once, it goes faster after that, to an extent. Alright, so the goal, not to die as much as last time. And effectively keep my rotation going as best as possible. Uh-oh. We've got a healer that's in the middle of something else, it seems. Oh, there we go. We made it. Yay. What have I been doing for the last 2 hours? So I basically did a little bit of inventory management at the start because I didn't get a chance to do it right before that because I was doing a leveling roulette. And then, yeah, it was just doing the story stuff leading up to this. Is basically what we went through. Hey, our old best friend. It's a bit tricky, but it's mostly positional awareness mechanics. Okay. I'm really good at that, so... That's all they said. Okay, it looks like we got our squad right here. We are Alliance B. Can mark her up if needed, okay. Let's back up here. Oh, interrupted. And of course now I remembered that I forgot to turn off all the visuals. Shit. I keep moving. Not off to a great start DPS-wise. There we go. Interesting. Oh! Wow. I guess you really got to move fast there, huh? Did not have a lot of time to react to that. And I thought I was in okay shape. See if I can actually get into my thing here. Yeah, so it'll be right here. Alright. I got my rotation off, that's nice. Back here, okay. Oh wow, I got myself a little out of balance there. Not terrible though, still doable. Too busy watching mechanics. Oh, alright. I at least got in the right spot. Oh, there I wasn't, though. It's gonna be right here, right? Yeah. Okay. Hey, I didn't die too many times there. That was good at least, I guess. Boots of Maiming. Hat of Casting. I mean, don't really need it. This is a falling puzzle, is what this is. Spread out. Shit. Get out of that. I have gotten way away from my party here. Oh, wow. Ha! It's falling to oblivion. Oh, nice. This is odder than usual. Did you see that blast radius? 3 androids this time, but still no 2P. Oh, there we go. Alright, so each team has one that they have to take out, it looks like. Lots of those types of mechanics in this one, it seems like. So I have a feeling I need to get away from everybody here if I'm targeted, right? Back. Whoa. Yeah, people are kind of all over the place right now, so it's hard to get a gauge on where I need to be. Oh yeah, that was right. Multiple hostiles. So how is it that one person from another party ended up over here? Oh shit. Oh, this is bad. Yeah. I got caught in the wrong spot. Damn it. Oh, shit. Oh, so it's like the other two are dead and we have this final one? It's basically how it's working here. Do we have to, like, break that person out? Well, we're almost to modification at least, so there's that. Back over here. Feel like we just got to withstand that. There was no like spot to be standing in. Okay. Let's just follow along through this, it looked like. Okay, figured it out that time. Somebody's gonna need a stack here, I think. Shit. Damn it. Help out with one of these. Alright, well, so once each time so far. That's good at least. Whoop, hit a wall. Don't need gloves of fending. Don't need gloves of maiming. Alright, well this is going alright so far, compared to last time. Yay! Another slimy thing. And another one. Does Peloton make you slide faster? The command room. Okay, this is pretty cool. Huzzah. So we're about halfway through right now. Installing operator 210 self-conscious data and overriding core system. Caster limit break when the lady's face goes away. Am I the only caster or is there somebody else? Looks like I'm the only... there's another red mage. Alright, somebody's got it. Nice. Yes, cannot see anything at the moment. Hopefully I'm in a good spot. I think we got to go forward here now. Alright, where was I? There we are. did not see where the stack was, so I apologize on that. Let's do magnification. A little bit of a waste, but... Get out of that! Flare, quick. A little scorch. Going again here. Okay, we're doing okay so far. Into the thing, the heal. Alright, we're gonna be like heavily maxed here. Okay, we're holy into scorch. Think we're okay yet where we're standing. Oh, we got blobs to dodge. Not easy as a caster. About there again, and then we'll have modification back. Okay, over here we need to be. Let's do flare this time, and then scorch again. Back into rotation. I really don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Hopefully, with everybody standing here, I'm in the right spot. Okay, we are just about. We'll use modification here. I thought I got to the right spot, but I might have been just a little bit off. It was hard to see the floor. Hopefully... Oh, I might be needed to get into one with our group. That sounded like a bad sound. Okay. Okay, back to Verholy and Scorch. Oh, net modification. Nice. That went all right. Boots of aiming. I'll read on those. Interesting. I've never been more glad to have your help. I didn't get anything. Then again, it's probably I would guess the mechanists greeted on that. Or needed on that, which is fine. This is very dodgy-centric here. There we go. Okay, over. Well, it gives you that little bit of a Nier experience in FF14, that's for sure. I am way outbalanced. We'll resolve that here when we get started with this one. So this is the last. I think this is the end at this point. So it'll be half over by the time we're done with the cutscene. Unit 2P process termination confirmed. No, wait. We are Venom. No. Well, that looks much more like like a historic android, that's for sure. Not freaky at all. Scour the earth. Oh, they're jumping into a pile and they're gonna like come into some like misshapen like blob. I don't know. They started it. I'm watching this. We'll get into it mid-fight, and hopefully bad things don't happen. Yeah, that's Nier-esque, right? 4C, 6F, 6E, 6-7, 6-9, 6E, 6-7, the compound. Burn. All right. Well, that sucks. Lovely time to jump right into that. Had no time to even prep for it. Gotta love it. Unfortunately, it's the state of how things go with these, so... I mean, I'm not even going to count those as actual deaths, because I haven't had a chance to actually do anything in this fight. Well, if the cutscene's long enough. Oh, nice. The Nier, like, modified version of this song. That's pretty cool. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Well, I got out of imbalance, I guess. That's good. Surprise modification's still on cooldown. Shit, get out of there. You gotta get in, I'm guessing. Work to get back in balance here. Oh shit. We will crush you again and again. Alright, we're stacked. That's at least easy to see what needs to happen. So much for trying to cast in that though. Music's really good, though. Oh, shit. Well, of course, that's what happened. That's alright. It won't take long to get back up. Again, it looks like. Ah! Shit. I was so close. Yeah, we'll get the hydrate here in a second. Alright. Is that our LB or was that another team's? Must have been ours. Nice. Alright, thanks for the hydrate, Ross. Whoa. We won the raid, yeah. I mean, it would be highly unlikely for people not to finish these. Especially now that they're known, like, how to get through them. Both the healers are really good. I don't think I'm going to get the minions. Alright, well that was fun. Other than the rocky start, of that last battle, which was not my fault. All clear for now. 2P and 2B are identical. How did they come to be on different sides? Well, I'm sure we'll find that out. I was wrong. So wrong. I made you go along with my decisions. I put everyone in danger. Nog. I'm the one who let the conflict spread this far. Blaming yourselves is unnecessary. Okay, we blame you, new person. Forgive me, but you seem so similar to 2P, and we still don't really understand either of you. Are you truly our ally? I can't be certain. All I know is that I was damaged in a battle with the machine lifeforms, and then I was here. Your world is very different from where I was. I don't know my coordinates, and I can't contact command. I just followed the explosions. Well, you'll find these two if you follow explosions. Let's approach this from a different angle, then. What are the machine lifeforms, and why were you fighting them? The machine lifeforms are weapons created by aliens from beyond the stars. As part of Yorha, my mission is to reclaim the planet from these invaders. Alien invaders? Never mind, what about 2P? As an android, does she not belong to this Yorha as well? No, she is a copy, built by the machine lifeforms, probably to fight Yorha specifically. We also retrieved another android. A boy. If he's still with you, I would like to see him. Very well. Can't make things any worse. Ross, have you ever played Nier? Are you a fan of, like, action RPGs, third person? You don't think so? Lots of people really like it. A new section has been added to the portable archive. Fill it by using the device to record data at promising spots within the Puppets bunker. Never heard of it? Yeah, it came out, what, 2015, 16-ish, I believe? Well, we might as well grab this. On the Operation of Yorha Units archived. So we got everything from the copied factory, so we can minimize, or everything we know we could get to it now. On the Operation of Yorha units. Yorha units are produced in a variety of models. Each model is distinguished by an alphabetical abbreviation indicating its area of specialization, such as B for combat-optimized battle models, or S for the analytical scanner models, operating as strategists. I have a feeling we're going to come back in here, so I'm not going to go searching for more of those. We'll probably have to go searching for stuff like we did last time. If not, we'll just come back. in our free time. So, Baby Smell, you're enjoying Lost Ark quite a bit? Back to the excavation tunnels. I always forget how long, like, the stuff in between the Alliance raids takes. Accessing data for Yorha Type B unit. Overwrite previous owner ID. To think he was on our side after all. He must... Oh, he's, like, through there. I was going to say, I thought he was going to be on the ground. We hid him where 2P wouldn't know to look. Follow me. So it was good that we had him as a backup plan. A Nog's lair. She is silent. He's been out of operation since we brought him here. Okay, we're going to have to go search for parts for him in the new place. I have a feeling. 9S. My duty is to annihilate the machine life forms. For that, I require the assistance of 9S. We must revive him. Fortunately, we have some experience in this sort of thing. What do you say, Anog? Snap out of it. He just keeps looking back and forth. I'm certain everyone could use a rest before we proceed. A lot has happened, and we should take time to think things through. Everything we knew was wrong. That quest did not lie. 9S. ... I didn't think. Crime and punishment. Konog would attend to simpler matters before embarking on any further missions relating to unfathomable technology and the applications thereof. Come to think of it, none of us ever did get the chance to enjoy the carnival. Nobody's there anymore, but let's go have fun. It's possible everyone is still carrying on with it. I've never known a few explosions to dampen their spirits before. Still, I might go and check on them. Coming, Anog? Fine. What's all that noise? I suppose there's only one way to find out. I suppose there's only one way to find out. It's loud. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Using all of the synapses in that android brain to figure that out. Oh. Okay. All the dwarves are pretty angry, I'm guessing. What a mess. Punishment, punishment. You're not getting out of this. Don't ask me, I don't know. You better talk fast. What are we supposed to do now? Why me? Them things came from right here. Saw it with my own 2 eyes, and that's that. I swear it on my granddad's grave. Didn't like that. Did not like that at all. No, ma'am. The village is in shambles. My house may as well be a pile of kindling. Always knew those brats were up to something. This is what I was afraid of. Please, we didn't mean for any of this to happen. Glag. Will you all shut? Oh, beg your pardon. Bit preoccupied with my duties at the moment. Alright, Konog. Please, calm down. It's a complicated situation, and even we are not fully... We ain't here for your excuses. Just admit it. This is all your fault. You let those things in through the tunnels. They knew you. And look what they did to the place. Yes, we must kill them. We don't care about the whys and wherefores. We want to know how you plan to make amends. Yeah, lolly-ho. We'll do everything we can, I swear, but... Want me to kill them all? I don't think this is going anywhere good. The village is still in danger. No one wants to hear it from me, though. Please, can you speak to Elder Glag and make him understand? We never meant for any of this to happen. Please. There we go. And who might you be? Haven't seen your face around here before, or have I? I misplaced my spectacles some time ago. No matter. I'm here to investigate, not conversate. And as the eldest elder, it falls to me to determine the truth of the rumors surrounding this disaster. The problem being, of course, that everyone here is stubborn as a diamond ingot. They all insist they know what's true, though you can be sure half of them are up to their eyeballs in ale at any given time. I need a second opinion, a sober opinion. Here, let me smell your breath. You'll do. Speak with the villagers and think well on who has the right of it. Then I'll hear what you have to say. This'll be a Nog's fault, you hear? That girl never had an ounce of prudence. If only she were more like her brother. She ought to have left that machine graveyard well enough alone, but she insisted on barging in anyway, heedless of all danger. That's what happened, mark my words, and a Nog had better answer for it. I mean, they ain't wrong. I didn't do it. Oh, a Nog and Kodog, you say? Yes, they did do it. It was them. And you, I heard you followed a Nog into the machine graveyard. Heard it with my own 2 ears, I did. Everyone knows it too, so you'd better be prepared to pay. You want to know what I think? We're doomed! Doomed! It's game over, man. A Nog could have saved us from those things, I just know it. There ain't no way a clever girl like her wouldn't have found a way to fight him. If only that brother of hers weren't always holding her back. Wait, you're that outsider, ain't you? Don't worry, I don't blame you. I can see you're the sort what knows how to take control of a situation. I'm sure you supported a Nog as best you could. You're the collaborator. Well, I don't think you can come crying to me now that it's all gone wrong. It's plain as day that a Nog's the type to charge ahead without a care for who she might be getting mixed up in her troubles. And her brother ain't much better. Lolly, I knew we'd end up here someday, ho. It's hard to know where to place the blame. I understand why you followed along with Anog's plan, but if you all had been just a little more careful. Dot dot dot. Were we that wrong? Didn't we try our hardest? Alright, we have to throw someone under the bus. So the fools still can't agree on which way is up. Wish I was surprised. Let's try putting it to a vote, eh? Maybe the ones pretending to know more about the matter than they really do will think twice about making arses of themselves so publicly. Doubtful. Especially if they're drunk. Can't none of you stitch your beards for half a moment? I'm asking you to raise your hands in an orderly fashion. This is hopeless. We're not getting anything useful from them. I'm not ruling out that one of these idiots accidentally has the right of it, but in your sober judgment, who's to blame? If you still ain't sure, you can try talking to everyone again, though I can't say I recommend it. Just make sure you don't take any detours past the ale casks until this is settled. They probably all just say the same thing, right? Okay, yeah. Still passably sober, I see. Have you come to a conclusion? You're all doomed. Doomed. So, like, so it clearly it's more Anog's fault than Konog's. But technically, they're both to blame because they were both a part of it, as well as me. Like I made the decision to go with Anog's plan, right? And Konog agreed and had fun doing it. So I think it would make sense to say that they both are to blame for different parts of it. The only thing that makes me like blanch about that a little bit is that Konog did like say he didn't really trust 2P. I think he's willing to own up to the blame also. So I think saying that both of them are to blame is the right thing to do. Interesting. I'll take that under advisement. Ahem. Everyone, I stand before you to present my findings regarding culpability in the destruction that has befallen our village. Please wait. It's Oh, 2B. As I've said, blaming yourselves is pointless. This is my doing. It's one of them! Run! Run for your lives! Okay, they all go. Glag doesn't, though. I don't think the dig site chief did. Oh, he does, okay. And the chief did too, okay. Are you defending us? There's no benefit to petty arguments. Back to it. Wait!
She says that, but I think it was kind of her to intervene.
Big Sight Chief.
I'll try speaking to the others, see if I can't get them to understand that there's more going on here than it appears. I'm sure she went to check on her friend, that other android 9S. I'm going to go talk to her.
Still ... Still, I'll try speaking with the others. Just as long as a Nog doesn't, like, do something rash, I guess, right? Still nothing. It's pointless to fight your own. And that is true. Sometimes you need an outsider to speak the truth.
I appreciate you stepping in, but I don't want everyone to see you as the enemy. If we go and talk to them now, we can explain.
That's not necessary. I'm leaving anyway. This is not over. For us or the machines. Oh, she's up and left with them, huh?
What are you thinking, 2B? I'm worried for a Nog as well. She hasn't been herself since, well,
the attack?
If she's not here, she's probably drowning herself in work. Come on, we should check on her.
Whoa. Little bit of a blip there. There's one of those. And, yep, she is off. Pod, where'd she go? ...
She's not here. What is she doing? This isn't the time to be outside alone. We need to find her. I'll look around the village, but can you search the outskirts? Oh, a Nog.
I mean, yeah, that was a change in what I expected to happen with 2P there. Oh, okay. I was looking for, like, a... I was looking for a, like a red circle that we had to search through, but it's just the quest symbol. Wah, wah. Ding, 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 ding. It's been a while since I heard that music. Well, I think we fought something out here earlier, but it's been a while. You see no sign of your despondent dwarven friend. Perhaps she wandered further afield. Okay. We will go further afield then. On my unicorn! Oh, up. You see no sign of your despondent dwarven friend. Perhaps she wandered further afield. Okay, up this way then. On my behemoth. I'll have to go underneath here, I think. Fly over that knocker there. Though you have searched all of the likely places, Anog is not to be found. Perhaps Konog has some additional ideas? Alright. Kind of figured that's how it would go. You're never gonna catch me, Ironbeard. Well, all the people are back, at least. Doesn't seem like anybody actually died.
Anog isn't with you?
Nope.
What do I do? This is all because of us and I don't know how to find her. Aw, shucks. No! Wait. I'm not used to being alone.
Broken heart. Fitting orchestration roll to get. To make amends. Konog is still looking considerably worse for his sister's absence.
Here to see me? I appreciate it, but I'm afraid I don't have much to tell you. There's still no sign of Anog, and the villagers are, well, you know how they are. Can't blame them, really. 2P used us. She said as much. But we were the ones who allowed ourselves to be manipulated. I keep thinking about what we might have done differently.
It serves no one to dwell on what could have been. You can't change what you've done, but you can change what you do now. That's much more Tony Robbins.
You're right. I have to fix this somehow. Or at least try. What are you lazing about there for, Konog? Where's Anog? She's still up to no good, I bet. And run off before we could make her own up to it. Don't be ridiculous. Anog, she's... She's what? Go on, explain to us where exactly Anog is. Because I'll tell you where my wife is. She's at death's door because of the injuries she suffered in the attack. Even if she wakes, she may never make a full recovery. So if you know what's good for you, you'll get out of this village before I do something we'll both regret.
Konog seems in dire need of comfort.
Konog seems in dire need of comfort.
I guess I can... Okay, so... I console Konog. Very far away from him.
Sorry, I really shouldn't be wallowing. I wish I could do something to help, for that man and his wife especially. But I don't know either of them well, and I doubt anyone is willing to talk to me now.
I mean, it's funny, but it's too mean, so I'll ask around for you.
Really? Thank you. With a bit of luck, they'll open up to you. If there's anything I can do to make things better, anything at all. In the meantime, I'll find another way to make myself useful. It's not as if there's a shortage of rubble that needs clearing around here.
He's sweeping.
I'm sure I can be of some use, somehow.
Okay. So we've got the dour dwarf here.
Look who it is. I hope you're not up to more mischief with Onog and Konog.
Just trying to help, jerk.
A woman with severe injuries and an angry husband. Yes, I know who you mean. I doubt there's much to be done, but I won't stop you from trying. Those two have always been inseparable. I don't think I've ever seen them not holding hands. Can't imagine how he's feeling now that she's in such a state. You're friends with the poor dears, aren't you? The very best of friends, and how I long for those days we drank away without a care in the world. She always loved the mead. We all did. It was good mead. That it was. There.
Speak of the villagers that are like a likely source of gossip, huh? So the answer to all their problems is just get them drunk. That's what we found out, apparently.
They talked to you, and no one got violent? Mead? I suppose we are dwarves, so maybe it's not such a terrible idea. But as far as I know, none of our stores survived the attack.
We can buy more in Stilltide.
Oh, if there's some available for purchase, I'd happily spend the coin. Can you show me the way?
I could go myself. It's too dangerous for you out there. I think that's a better way to put it. Granted, he went into the copied factory with us, so... Is this really that much more dangerous? No, it's less dangerous.
No, I insist. I've accompanied you to much more dangerous places before, and I assure you I won't be a burden. And I need to do this. I need to get everyone drunk so they forget about me. I still have a few things to tidy away before I leave, so I'll meet you at the bridge in a bit.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Just melee him. For fun.
There you are. Now if you'll show me the way. Ah, the ladder. I've never used it before. This will be an adventure.
We get to fly there. Though we'll probably have to do some fighting or something. He'll get, like, waylaid here, maybe?
The view is different outside of the village. Maybe I can find the perspective I need. It's massive! How in the world did you get this moving?
With a great deal of help. The other way was much more arrogant. Chinese.
Well, go on. Tell me all about it.
Oh, so is that going to be the secret? He needs to get all the villagers to help with the factory stuff?
I had no idea all of that happened in Yulemore. And the Talos, marvelous. I wish I had your ability to bring out the best in people. Maybe then Comra wouldn't be... Never mind. I thank you for your enlightening tale. And now we descend.
All right.
Far be it from me to complain after having insisted upon accompanying you, but are we there yet? Eastward it is, then.
Speak with Konog and still tied. This time with feeling, the quest text says. That's funny. All the way over there. I guess we could have teleported there, but we're en route now. EXP bonus. Just what I need when I'm at max level. go to the mender quick. Since I don't have my crafting classes high enough to be able to repair my own stuff yet at this level.
Deep breaths, Konog. Just act natural, confident. You can do this. Yeah!
Callista, good to see you. Who's your friend? He seems eager.
Lolly ho! I would like some mead, please, ma'am.
Yes, give it to him. Well, I can't say no to one who asks so nicely, and any friend of Callista's is welcome here. I'll bring out our finest. So he's just going to drink and then forget about them.
Did you see? I did it! It feels so good to be working toward a goal again.
Here we are.
Thank you, ma'am. I think this should be sufficient payment. Let's hurry back. As exhilarating as this adventure has been, I want to make a gift of the mead right away.
Goodbye. This time with feeling.
Would you like to come with me? When I deliver the mead, I mean.
Of course I will. Not going to be snarky about it.
I appreciate it. I admit that I'm a bit nervous, but this is my chance to help, if only in a small way, so I have to take it.
Take it, just jump into my biggest mount to get there.
Excuse us, we wanted to offer our best wishes and my sincere apology as well. I know it doesn't come close to making up for what you've been through, but I brought you this. I thought that maybe you could share it. Later. Go away! We don't want anything from you! Oh. All I want is for you to sod off so that me and my wife never have to see you again. I'm sorry.
She kicks down the door. Konog sounded to be in considerable distress. You had best follow him lest he come to harm. Okay, so he's going to be in a fight or something.
Whoa! Fall damage.
Did he drink it or did he break it? That's a fancy mead bottle. The bottle of mead that Konog had so earnestly wished would cheer the unfortunate couple now lies forlorn. So forlorn. Much sadness.
Lolly, we've got another situation in our beards' hoe. Over here. Konog just ran right past me towards the crater. I don't know about you, but I'd really rather not have him there by himself. Especially not when he's so upset. I could hear the sobs from yalms away. What's that all about?
there's this injured woman, and he tried to apologize and wanted to give them mead because he knows they like mead, and blah, 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 blah.
It's a tragic state of affairs all around. The man you met, his wife was with child before her injury. Can't blame him for lashing out given the circumstances. But that doesn't mean Konog deserves to take the brunt of it all. I'd consider it a personal favor if you'd find him and tell him so. Another personal favor at any rate. He's not the most athletic dwarf I've ever met, so with any luck he won't have gotten far while we've been talking. I'll go and have a word with the certain folks in the village. See if we can't repair some of the damage that's been done.
Into the excavation tunnels. See what is happening here now. Oh. Well, nobody out here. We'll see if the pod can help us with anything here. Of course not. Oh. Over here, the crater. Hello? Are you down there? As you attempt to chase down Konog, you come upon a discarded bottle of mead. He asks that you continue your pursuit with haste, as the dwarf is in no state to be wandering around such a dangerous location. We're actually running up against the clock, so this is probably where we will stop for the day. So we'll pick this up next time, and we'll next time we play, we'll go through and finish this up to see how people if people make amends, and then we'll get to the final of the raids in the Alliance Raid series. And so, yeah, thanks everybody so much for stopping by. This was a lot of fun today. Always a good time to be able to play some Final Fantasy XIV.